off, I mean, this is talk about just rappers dying. I think people make a lot about music content. I don't know how you guys feel about. Do you think it's because of music content? Because I feel like rap has been dying for a long time. You know.
I mean, man, they quick to put it on. Anytime they can put a negative picture out there about us, they're gonna do that. So if you're a rapper and you ever said anything about guns or shooting, they're gonna quickly bring that up, talk about how you're a gangster and thug, and this probably is what you get coming. I mean, that's kind of how they try to do it. It's nasty, but we talked about it earlier, man. The casual racism towards us is normal in this country, and you talk about like how they treat other people, other situations, other genres of music is a completely different thing. So, I feel like that's for the root cause behind all of that.
Yeah. What do you think, Bryson?
Mm. I don't know. I mean, it's a mixture of everything. Of course, some of it is related to the content. Some people who are actually rapping about being in the streets are actually in the streets and they catch up to them. Some of it is just coincidence. I mean, but I don't know. It is, it's hard to say it's not having something to do with the type of music because it doesn't happen in other genres, I would say. I mean, as far as I know, at least. So I'm not sure why. I mean, I don't follow any other genre of people, so I don't know exactly what they post or what their music is like or what goes on in their world. So I can't say. So I'm not very sure about why it mostly happens to us.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting, man. I feel like just hip hop because it's kind of to me it's a chicken or egg issue. Hip hop, I feel like reflects black culture as a whole. I mean, most of the artists are, black artists. They are going to
Hmm.
speak about their lives, so they're going to talk about their culture or whatever they feel. But at the same time, it also impacts black culture, so it's going to impact the next, other people. So I do feel like it's just kind of like a cyclical issue. So to me, I don't really see how to break out of a pattern. But I do want to talk about just in general. This is not so. I don't blame one. First of all, I don't think Takeoff's death was any fault of his own or anyone other than the shooter, the person who shot. So make that clear.
Hmm.
There's no uh, yeah, there's only one person to blame, and it's whoever decided
Yeah.
to shoot. Um, but as far as the larger conversation, I think um, you know in black culture and in hip hop, it's cool to be gangster. You know, it's
Hmm.
cool to have guns or sell drugs. Those things are cool. Those. It's cool. You call yourself to call yourself a gangster, right?
Yeah.
And rappers have called themselves gangsters for years and
That's
years.
American culture, though.
That is American culture. So you feel like it's
That's
not
true.
just black culture, is what you're saying?
No, of course not, man. Who wants to be the I go to 9 to 5? I have a 9 to 5 guy. I work hard and have a regular, stable lifestyle. Like, who's saying that? Who's portraying that in pop culture as some kind of like cool thing? That's not
Yeah.
a thing that you see out here. Every genre of music, a country music singers ain't. I went to regular job today, then I went home and on my
Hmm.
regular truck with my regular
Yeah.
woman. Like, no, they doing cool stuff. They partying.
Yeah.
They might fight a dude. What Johnny Cash was talking about?
Hmm.
Might have to shoot a dude today.
Hmm.
I'm a badass. I'm not some lame dude
Yeah.
that's doing regular stuff. I mean, rock stars are not talking about I'm doing regular stuff. Nobody's talking about being a working man
Yeah,
or a
no,
working woman. Everybody going
that's
to be something else.
that's true, and I like that you brought up Johnny Cash because he does have songs talking about criminal activities, but most of the other artists you name or other genres, rock or whatever, they typically just talk about drugs or
Where the hell are they getting the drugs from?
yeah, but they're not selling it. Is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's a little bit difference between they're not portraying a gangster image, though, are they?
You're a
Yeah.
user, man. You a user of drugs. What that mean? You still involved in criminal enterprises. I don't really want to hear that. Like to me, that's splitting hairs.
Okay.
A man talking about I sell drugs. Look at me, I'm so cool. I got money, right? Compared to a rock star who says, "Look at me, I do drugs. I got money." What's the difference? Nobody's sitting there talking about being broke, and nobody here sitting there talking about being I abide by the law.
Well, both are problematic. I mean, obviously, both are problematic, but the difference is that drug dealers. I mean, we watch tons of drug dealer shows. We watch tons of drug dealer movies. I mean, I love Snowfall. We all talk about all that stuff, right? Drug dealing leads to violence. So you gotta, got competitors. There's drug using may lead to your death or something like that, but it's not leading to violence. You don't have to kill someone to use drugs, if that makes sense.
No, you just OD on heroin.
No, I mean, look, man,
in America, broke people have violence in their neighborhoods, whether they be white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever group you want to name. Broke people have violence in their neighborhoods. That's kind of how it always has been. When it was Italians and it was mobs and they was doing prohibition and they was running alcohol, now we watch movies about that and say, wow, look at that guy. He's awesome. But if it's black people doing it, talking about it in rap, then it's, oh, man, those thugs. Well, who was the people that they love? Who was John Dillinger? Who was the bank robber, right? Who was Gotti and these other dudes? These dudes was famous and everybody knows them because they was shooting people and moving weight.
You're right. There definitely was violence there, but it's rap music that romanticizes their actions. Not in movies, of course. Hollywood has romanticized their actions and stuff too. But I feel like nobody more than hip hop. I mean, Jay-Z said, "I never prayed to God. I prayed to Gotti." Even,
and then he talks about how he barely made it out alive, and he's lucky because he should have been killed years ago. So where is the goal? That's what I'm saying. See, that's the thing.
That's still glorifying. I mean, come on. You just say you pray to somebody is glorifying.
And then he talks about how that was wrong. In other songs, he says, this was bad. I was young. I barely made it out. Okay, well, men can grow. When we watch every type of movie in this country, got cowboys as badasses, that's the heroes. Gangsters as badasses, that's the heroes. Or cops who are road cops who are beating people down like they shouldn't be, and they're badasses, that's the heroes. Who is the I'm just trying to think of the last action movie you saw with a teacher that went to work and saved some kid and helped them get on the right path. That's not a thing, man. Samuel L. Jackson was in that movie. He got stabbed a gang of times. Man. It's called 187. You ever saw that? Remember he got stabbed at work? He was a teacher.
I don't think
that dude got stabbed with an ice pick like crazy. Okay,
never seen that. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of the movie. No, that's the beginning. That's the beginning.
Okay. Well.
Anyways, these movies is like, this is the stuff, man. It's crazy, Brett. It's just that's American culture, dog. American culture is violence. So when you talk about people that's violent, look at all these shootings out here. I reject that notion that this is like a hip hop driven thing. Hip hop is American music art form, formed in American cities by American people. So yes, we are black. Yes, blacks and Puerto Ricans, blacks and Hispanics in the Bronx created hip hop. It was about stopping violence. So yes, if people talk about that, why do you see more of that on TV from these record labels than you do of people that's rapping about stopping the violence?
Oh well, this is
because they got them out here.
Yeah, no, they got plenty of contract. So this is what I want to talk about, because this is where it got. Eventually, the conversation got on according to hip hop, and so to me, and then there started being we talk about differentiation between gangster rappers and conscious rappers, and I think I love what you said, but to me, the difference is what's pushed, and I think you said it. The labels push certain type of artists, certain type of message, to paint a certain type of image, to have a certain type of impact. That's my belief completely. And So I don't think it's an accident that you hear mostly a certain type of thing. If we go back to the beginning, even we talked about it on another episode when we talked about the DJ Red Alert on Math Hoffa's podcast, how he was talking about in the beginning, everyone had a different sound, everyone talked about different stuff. There's all kinds of conscious music in early hip hop in the 80s. You got Public Enemy, KRS-One talked about conscious stuff. You had so many conscious messages, as well as other messages, some that are just fun party stuff, but much less of the violent gangster stuff, right? It was much more about stopping violence, like you said, than it was about creating. And then Ice Cube and NWA started with the Ice Cube said from a gang called Brothers with Attitude, right? And then from there, and then of course they had the whole censorship and all this other stuff where they started putting the warning labels and labeling it gangster rap. But I think from there, that's where gangster rap started, and that's when it got cool too. To me, that's where it got cool, and that's from then on, because Ice Cube talked about political stuff too. But I think from then on, labels wanted to push the more violent stuff, less of the political stuff, less of the positive stuff, and so this leads to me the conscious rap label was created later in the 90s. Around the time with Raucous Records and stuff like that, with the Backpack and all this other stuff, to put it on artists and say why they're not cool. To me, it's like a conscious. No rapper ever calls himself conscious. There's not a single rapper in the game that's like, I'm the conscious rapper. Is there a rapper that's got conscious life tattooed on their chest?
No, I've never seen that.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Bryson actually has conscious life tattooed on his chest.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, trendsetter.
Very conscious person. Appreciate it. I'm a very conscious person.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's a joke to say that these conscious rappers, are they think they're better than everyone or stuff like that, or you know what I mean? Or I just think that they don't get the label push that other people do, and they get tagged this label to dismiss them, to dismiss what they're saying, so that people don't listen to what they're saying. They don't hear any of the positive messages. And then on radio, the rappers who call themselves gangster can be on the radio calling themselves a gangster. You can, some hit songs are like, chorus will be like, I'm a thug, I'm a gangster, like that could be a hit record on the radio, right? You'll never hear Thieves of the Night on the radio. You're not going to hear Mathematics on the radio. You're not going to hear, Wave Files, Lupe, on the radio. You see what I'm saying?
Nobody want to hear that.
I mean, that's the thing is, I would agree, but again, we live in our culture in general is anti-intellectual, anti-thought, pro-violence, pro-quick, not thinking fun. So that it kind of goes hand in hand. I mean, our businessmen don't care about bettering society. They just care about making a quick buck. There's a million people out here that want to be famous, want to be have an opportunity at a rap career, and so they're gonna be happy to take your song that you made, blow it up, and the song could really be like shoot 'em, shoot 'em, shoot 'em, shoot 'em, shoot 'em. It doesn't really matter if that's what it is. They'll put it out. They'll drop the single on the day after Sandy Hook. Like, they do not care if it's going to stream. They will put it out, and they will act like the streams are bigger than they are. And they'll say, 50 million people streamed it already. What are you doing right now? Stream it again. Shoot 'em, shoot 'em, shoot 'em, shoot 'em, shoot 'em. And it'll be like a big deal. But part of that is America, man. A lot of people just out here just following along with what's going on. They don't think for themselves.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, you can't just follow everything that they throw at you, man.
Well, that's my problem. That's my problem. That's why I was so upset. Listening to According to Hip Hop today, because to me they were going in on Talib specifically, right? And I feel like they have a beef with Talib or something, right? But they're going in on him talking on I don't know, he's on Instagram or something. He made a post and he specifically labeled because somebody said something about Kanye West, and you could go watch the episode on According to Hip Hop. But somebody said something about Kanye West. Talib's been going in on Kanye West, for all of the reasons that
because he's mad that Kanye went in on him.
See, to me that's the narrative that's been painted.
That is why, man. No, it's not a painted narrative. Kanye went on there and said, "I never liked you. I don't like your rap style, and I use you because it was convenient at the time."
Right.
That's what he said.
And then that's what he said. Say that. And then Talib responded at that time. That was so people keep bringing that up. That was so long ago. When was that interview?
A year ago.
About a year ago. Was it a whole year?
I don't even think it was that long, but it was a while ago, right? And then Talib responded then, he responded on his podcast. Then they went on Drink Champs and he responded there. And he even said, it felt like having a hit record out. I mean, he didn't say negative things about Kanye on the Drink Champs. He said everybody's talking about me. He said positive things about Kanye.
Of course he did.
So he could have went right back in on Kanye.
That don't mean that he don't mean that he loved the dude. As soon as something bad happened, he gonna be like, look, I don't know why y'all riding for this dude. This dude he's not that great. So you feel like he has a negative bias, but at the same time, both things can be true. Like,
right.
Yes, Kanye is tripping. Why are people riding so hard for him? And at the same time, yes, Kweli could be mad about that. I mean, I don't think that's like far fetched.
I don't think it's far fetched, but I just think why don't we just take people from on their words? If he said that he was cool, that they had squashed that beef that's we're talking about something that happened a year ago. Why are people bringing it up again now? Just because everyone is mad at Kanye. It's not like Talib's the only one mad at Kanye. Everyone is mad at Kanye.
Everyone's not mad at Kanye.
Sure.
Well, not everyone. You're right, but
most people I talk to are not mad at Kanye.
Okay, so there is a large section of the internet that is mad at Kanye. Let's put it that
way.
Correct. There are very powerful people that are mad at Kanye.
Yes.
Kanye has been canceled.
I'm surprised how many people are not mad at Kanye.
I am surprised too, because the same, according to hip hop, also not that mad at Kanye. And I just said I'm not that. I think we overblowing. I don't think he's a genius, and I don't think I have a very. I mean, that might not be a hot take. I just think that Kanye is a child. He should be ignored. I
think he says crazy stuff. He apologized for the stuff he said that he shouldn't have said. But we'll see how long that lasts for. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll say something crazy again in a month. And
I won't take it seriously.
Sure.
Like I don't take this seriously. I think he should be ignored. He is not someone we should pay attention to. Unless he's dropping music.
In thought.
That's exactly. That's it.
We should check out his music. Maybe check out his clothes if you want to dress like a hobo. But besides that, for what?
I don't care about his opinions. He said it over and over again. He doesn't read. He does not know anything like that.
He's not out here fronting as an educated person. He was repeating stuff from Candace Owens' documentary. And Candace Owens is not somebody that I'm trying to repeat anything that she got to say. Right. So what are we doing right now?
Right.
But
so I think when we give people, this is a thing, you have to see, to me, it's a thin line between love and hate, right? People only get so angry because they love someone so much, right? So I feel like if you really just didn't care, I mean, it would go away. But I don't know, that maybe that's the wrong mindset too. Maybe we gotta make sure he knows that he did the wrong thing.
I mean, I think he knows when his net worth dropped and all his companies said, we don't like you.
Exactly.
We're not gonna pay. Well, Adidas crazy. They said they're gonna stop paying him immediately. Like, you're about to sell all the Yeezys you already made. How you gonna stop paying him immediately? That's for his lawyers to figure out, I guess. But his lawyers said that he's not paying them.
Right. But to me, it's like, just like I said, just like with children.
They started a GoFundMe for him.
I saw most people started GoFundMe for him.
Yeah.
I saw people putting money in, which is insanity. Dude said he had 400 M's in the bank. What do you give him money for?
That's what I'm saying. The celebrity culture is insane.
We talked about that. That's what I'm saying. People are desperate for a leader, man. They want something to hold on to, man. Think about all the people that was wearing them red hats around, like Trump really cared about them.
Mm-hmm.
They was walking around outside like oh man, I'm representing Trump. He loves me. Dude, that dude don't care about you. Dude only care about himself, man. He will rob your grandma if he thought your grandma was gonna make him some paper. Like,
Exactly.
But they was riding hard for him.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with
Still
Johnny.
do.
The same way a lot. Look at the Johnny Depp stuff. They were like, Johnny's being persecuted. Johnny got M's. M's. You at home broke, and you worry about what Johnny Depp got. Like, why? But that's Americans, man. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I can hate on that all day.
I can hate. We can hate on celebrities all the time.
Rich people, bootlickers. Stop caping for rich people, you pieces of crap bootlickers.
Yeah.